At least 62 people have been arrested and 5 are in hospital after fighting between Israeli football fans and Palestine solidarity demonstrators in the Dutch capital. Video posted online shows Israeli fans tearing down Palestinian flags in central Amsterdam. Fans of Israeli club Maccabi Tel Aviv were there for a Europa League match against Ajax. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he's sending 3 planes to the Netherlands to bring back Israeli citizens. Well, Sepp Vassen joins us live now from Amsterdam. Sepp, a bit of an explanation, please, of what actually happened that led to all of this, that we've been seeing some of those videos, and how are the Dutch authorities responding to this?
Well, thousands of Maccabi Tel Aviv supporters came to Amsterdam for this match against Ajax Amsterdam, and they had quite a vocal presence here in the center of the city yesterday, the day before the match. There were thousands of them rallying here at Dam Square, where I am standing right now, waving Israeli flags. There also was this moment when a Palestinian flag was torn down by them somewhere around the corner here. Hundreds of people were present, and the police just drove by, didn't intervene. Also, a taxi driver was attacked, which led to a fight between taxi drivers and the supporters from Tel Aviv. And so this was the build-up to an escalation which happened after the match, which took place last night. Palestine solidarity supporters came to the stadium. They asked to have a rally there, but the mayor of Amsterdam had banned that rally. They went there anyway, and then there was this riot with police, fights between the supporters from Tel Aviv and the Palestine supporters. People got injured. Also, there are stories of people going into hotels. So there was a very busy night for police. 600 police was active here in the city center. I've seen also images of the mobile brigade of the police trying to protect these supporters from Israel. And now there are still some of them in hotels here around Dam Square. I just spoke to 2 of them who said that the messages coming from Tel Aviv, from the Israeli government, have really made them very nervous, because the government told them not to leave the hotel, and if they want to go to the airport, don't take a taxi, because that would be too dangerous, because they say immigrants are driving, are the drivers of these taxis, so that would be too dangerous. Also, don't take the train. So they were very, very nervous, and they said also that, of course, it was quite a scary night for them as well. So they're now basically stuck in their hotels. Israel has said that they're going to send planes to rescue them from Amsterdam, also saying that the situation would be still very dangerous. But you probably can see that everything looks very normal around me here in Amsterdam right now. After the riots finished, basically around midnight, a little after midnight, everything turned to normal.
OK, thanks very much for that latest update there from Amsterdam. We can go to Meron Rappaport, who's an investigative journalist and editor of the Hebrew language news site Local Call, and he joins us live from Tel Aviv. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Now, reports that the violence, in fact, started the night before by the Israeli fans, that they say started attack. That was also according to an Amsterdam City Council member who told Al Jazeera earlier that they were attacking houses with Palestinian flags. But what is Israel saying on this, and how is it being reported in Israel?
Israel reported as an anti-Semitic attack on Israelis only because they are Israelis, only because they are Jews, that all the anti-Muslim propaganda in Israel is now running very high, that Europe is being taken over by Muslims, and this kind of things. The videos showing the violence by Israeli fans, not violence, but at least tearing down Palestinian flags, chanting "death to the Arabs," and things like that are circulating in the Israeli social media, but not on the more mainstream press. So what happened before is almost ignored, but it is seen as a manifestation that Europe is a dangerous place for Israelis and Jews because of the Muslim presence.
And the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, he's been pushing this narrative that anyone who supports Palestinians is anti-Semitic. This is something that the government has always said since the war started, that it's not just a fight against the Israelis, but against Jews. Now, are Western governments too scared, perhaps, to say otherwise for fear of also being accused of anti-Semitic? And does this incident give him an opportunity to further that narrative globally?
Yes, certainly. An event like that strengthened this narrative in the Israeli press and by Netanyahu and his followers, but not only Netanyahu, even the more center Israelis. I think Israelis are quite unaware, regardless of exactly what happened in Amsterdam. Of course, I was not there, so I cannot testify, but I think Israelis are quite ignoring what people outside of Israelis are seeing from Gaza, the scenes that you just talked about a few minutes ago of what's going on in northern Gaza, the hunger, the ethnic cleansing in northern Gaza. All these things the Israelis are not aware, most Israelis are not aware that the world sees this war in Gaza and also in Lebanon in a completely different way than it is shown and explained to the Israelis. So this gap is used by the government, but it is also, I think, adds to a feeling of siege. Israelis feel more and more in siege. There are almost no foreign companies flying into Israel.
Yeah.
There was an incident also in Paris a few days ago. So Israelis feel under siege.
OK, thanks very much, Meron. We've actually run out of time, but it's always good speaking to you, Meron Rappaport, there, an investigative journalist, joining us from Tel Aviv for the local news site called Local Call.